you, Sean?
This is pretty ugly, Sean.
Look at Bubba. Those pants. I remember those pants.
It's all about it. Oh my God.
I took that picture. Oh,
Gina.
and me. I took that one.
Something in the water taught me how to crawl. Something in the water taught me how to fall.
Welcome to another Something in the Water. I'm Uncle Dave Griffin along with Sean Clark.
And we're here with two high school buddy friends of mine.
Yep.
Ivy Kratzer, or Ivy Woodard Kratzer.
Mm-hmm.
And Vicki Sanchez
Ramos.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, tell us about your high school. And I mean,
It was pretty badass.
I'm telling you, where was that? Ware County High?
Yeah, Ware County.
What year would this have been?
93.
Oh, the class of 93. Did y'all have a slogan like, we're the class of 93, you know, that old book?
We were
I think that probably went out.
Our
with
circle was like the weirdos.
We didn't
that,
do
we
that.
rebelled against
No.
everything.
Well, and
Did
our,
we do that? No, we didn't.
If there was a slogan, we probably didn't like it.
Well, and we had a name that
What?
the Trailer Drunks.
Yeah.
We had that.
Yes.
Us? It
The
wasn't
trailer,
me.
trailer
It
girls.
wasn't me.
Well,
Yeah,
no,
was
I
that
mean, it was
everybody was the
everybody.
Trailer
It was
Drunks?
everybody.
The
And
trailer drunks? Really?
yes, because we hung out in a trailer and
Yeah. Gina
And-
King's trailer in
Is it
Waresboro.
No, you said it wrong.
Wasboro. And
That's why
she
all
told
the
me she told me to speak proper.
Yeah. That's why all the cheerleaders told me, like, they don't hang out with those people. I mean, they are weirdos and
Yeah.
they're freaks. And I was like, have you looked at yourself? I mean, the way you look, you're dressing is like you are a freak weirdo to me.
Well, this is
So-
what's neat. I mean, you were like a transfer student or something.
Yeah.
You just landed
Yeah.
in the middle of
She was an exchange.
South Georgia. An
Exchange
exchange
student.
student. That's what it was.
And the first people, the
From
first
Madrid.
person I met was Gus Fuller.
Yeah,
bless his
our
heart.
good buddy.
And that's why I became a weirdo. Because of him.
We recruited her, or Gus recruited her. He's like,
Definitely he did.
new
yeah.
kid, we'll claim her.
He did that.
And the cheerleaders are trying to get her over there, and
They did
we're like,
that.
no,
This would be a
you'll come,
great
to,
cartoon,
you'll come to
actually.
Wasboro to the trailer with us. So, you know.
How long was it before you went to the trailer for the first time?
To the trailer? I
Was
don't
it
know,
like days
a
or
week,
weeks?
A
Yeah.
week, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were initiated right in.
Yeah. I was a fast learner, though.
Fast learner.
Well, I think you were in a few of my classes, and you were coming in with the too short skirts, and you were on Spain rules, and
Yeah.
like belly showing. You know,
I
whole
went to the
thing.
principal office every single day for the first 2 weeks of school. I didn't even, I mean, they would say my name, like, Victoria Sanchez, Ranes, whatever. Come to the principal office. And I was like, I was just like trying to find out my way. And they were like, I think you need to go to the principal office again. Me? What have I done? Too short, too long, but too short here, but too short there.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was like for the first 2 weeks. Then I have to go to Belk's and buy new clothes and see how cheerleaders had like really
Short
short
skirts. Yeah.
And I was the weirdo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they don't
That's it.
matter.
Welcome to a southern small town.
Mhm.
Yep.
Anything to do with football's okay.
I know.
Anything to do with rock music is Satan. Yeah.
And Ivy and me have known each other since I want to say first grade.
First grade. Wow. Wildcats for life.
Yeah, Wildcats.
Wait a minute.
Memorial Drive. Dave,
Memorial
Drive.
Yes.
Oh, there's 3 Wildcats in this
Uh-oh.
bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all have names for your schools over there, like mascots? Like
Not really.
the Ware County Gators?
No, we don't do
you
that.
just-
We don't do that. No.
It's the Holy Mary Church of.
We really don't do that. It's like you have like a day that it's the day of your school that you actually celebrate, but that's about it. Like schools in Spain and in the States are really different,
Did you wear
really different. But your schools are actually exactly like in the movies.
Like you see in
Yeah.
American movies.
Yeah, so it shocked me, but I was at a certain point just like prepared for that.
Okay.
So when you came to Ware County High, it was really like 90210.
Yes, sort of, but with Gus. Yes! It was really cool. It was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
So you said Trailer Drunk Girls, and I've got a video that we can pull up of a song. This is just like a crappy phone recording that I put to a slideshow of some old pictures, and I haven't even watched it in a while, years. So maybe it's not too cheesy or cringy, but the song is about. I wrote this after Gus passed. Gus passed away, and so it was kind of like trying to write about those times
Garlington Avenue Boys
in the Trailer
and the
Drunk
Trailer Drunk Girls.
Because we had this, we were this group of weirdos over here, all these guys, and then you had the girls, and then like we all got together, and it was like
Chaos.
We were so
chaos.
happy.
Yeah.
We were happy.
Awesome.
So this will be some old pictures.
There's Sean.
Pretty Sean.
This is pre-Oakley Sean.
Look at Bubba. Those pants. I remember those pants.
Somebody. Oh my God.
I took that picture. Oh,
Gina.
and me. I took that one.
Puppies grew strong with their hours of slush. Never saw such friends have so much love.
He would always throw me like a cartwheel and like catch me. And we had these little routines we did.
Yep.
Jill.
Jody.
Oh,
That's a mannequin.
was a
wasn't it?
mannequin.
Who was that?
That was a mannequin.
look at you.
Well, y'all let me know when Vicky's in there.
I
There.
asked her a few times.
Yeah, she's been in there a few times.
That's me.
That's Vic.
They were shut
Oh.
by years for being so
Eric.
It didn't seem to mind it. It only made them strong. They built a castle. Serious something was their home.
There's
Oh,
Ivy.
Scott.
Scott. Scooty.
In the Garlington Avenue boys and the
There's Ivy. Vicky and Ivy.
Oh, and me.
They spread all around,
Vicky.
but
Oh,
always
cute like that.
kept in
Oh,
touch.
Rachel.
There were no better friends. in
Ivy.
Oh,
Jeannie.
And Jenny.
Is that Brian Church?
Yeah.
heart to heart and hand in hand. Heart to heart
Vicky in the middle. Ivy.
and hand in hand.
Got a great video.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
to have that.
I do
It's
too.
on YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Just Garlington Avenue Boys and the Trailer Drunk Girls. Search that, and you're on it.
I didn't know that. Nobody
was
told me.
excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't understand it. Okay.
Sweet.
Ain't no cheese in there.
I thought I sent that to everybody back then. I don't know.
Not me.
But what about, let's get on some real story here.
Okay.
Spring break 1993.
At the Amelia Motel.
Yeah.
I had Amelia Motel, the pink
And-
motel.
And everybody that drove put tape over their license plate, put over the wear, because there was this huge rivalry between the Fernandina boys
Yeah,
and
it
the
was
Ware
going
County
on back
boys, and they wanted to meet up. And
Really? I don't even remember
Yes.
that.
I think I've been in a cloud. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't remember that at
I never
all.
knew about that.
And I remember Lonnie Griffin got all bent out of shape because I think Gus and Floyd went out and took the tape off of his tag, and Lonnie was really the only one scared
worried
to
about
death. And he freaked out about it. That was
Well, that was a big thing going on down there with the residents of Amelia Island, that they got sick and tired of these inner
Yes.
Georgia counties stomping on their turf. But that's been a hangout for Ware Countyans for decades.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Summer vacations and stuff like that. But yeah, they was to the point where they were using baseball bats on their
Yes.
cars and stuff, knocking out their lights and shit.
I was just so happy.
And that's why they did that.
Yeah.
They covered their tag.
Mhm.
Everybody was probably talking all that mess, but I was just like, yeah, whatever. Like,
You were just playing your
yeah,
guitar.
like I'm just,
Y'all went on
Sean
down
was
there,
brushing
didn't
his hair.
I'm just brushing my hair and playing my
Be
guitar.
pretty.
Shiny, pretty hair.
you? Well, did anything
Pretty
wild
Sean,
go
Pretty
on?
Sean.
Huh?
Did
Anything,
anything wild to go on?
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, wild stuff went on. All the girls were in one room, and then all the guys were in the room next door. Wasn't it side by side?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think
Maybe
It's something
couple,
like that,
but it was
yeah.
close. It was
I
right
was
there,
side by side.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
second floor, and I want you to tell the story because I always
No, because you tell. I mean, you tell it. It's
Two of
best when you tell it.
great together.
yeah.
You both
Because
have
she has information I don't have. I mean, I didn't know until this time around this visit. But and I just wanted to make sure, like I've been telling the right story this whole time, because that feels crazy, But it was the
It
middle
is
of the
crazy.
day, and a few guys were in our room, me and Gus and Floyd, I think. And,
having a Bible study.
yeah, having a Bible study, and
As
Safety
always,
in runs Vicki, crying, screaming.
who came from suing?
You were sewing?
Sewing, yeah,
Oh, okay.
You were suing who?
Yeah. something.
What were you sewing?
When y'all were
Bathing
having a
suit.
Bible study, she was sewing.
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, she's sewing her
Kidding.
bikini.
Just kidding.
Sewing her
Come on,
bikini.
you didn't know me.
Sewing her bikini.
She's sewing on
Making it
spring-
smaller.
Spring break, sewing up,
I was
making it smaller.
Making it.
Taking it up here, taking it up there.
I was being Spanish,
And she came in your room kicking and screaming.
Yeah, came in there kicking and screaming, and she's like, "We're like, what in the world? What's going on?" Like, and she's like, "I don't know the words. What do you?" She's like, "Do you have black magic? You call it black magic?" And I was like, "Black magic." And finally, somebody said ghost, and you were like, "Yes, ghost, a ghost, a spirit." And we were like, "No way, come on!" We were laughing, and like it took us forever to convince her to go back over there. So I'm the one that takes her back over there. Come on, Vicki, let's go. We'll go together. It's sunny. It's spring break '93. Doors are open. Seagulls are. I mean, ghosts. Come on. So we go over there. The doors open. Everything, and I'm like, Vicki, there's no such thing as ghosts. And the TV turns on. And
But
it's
this
static.
is real. This
Turns
is
on
real.
static, and the volume goes full blast, and then it turns off, and then we hear rattling, and we look, and this picture above the bed is rattling and shaking, and then falls off. Now she told me that she saw the lady moving around in the picture.
What I saw was the frame was static, like it didn't move. But inside, the lady, it was like a creepy lady, like all dressed in black, with like a bone up here, like old, wrinkled.
It's kind of like a velvet.
Yeah, it was something like really,
Picture.
really creepy by itself. Just not moving, it was creepy. But then I was looking at it, and it
And that's
started,
what
like,
you saw
moving.
before you came over.
Yeah, that's why I ran to your room.
And then it shook and fell off
yeah.
the wall behind the bed, between the bed and the wall. And we both ran out of there.
And then you and her started screaming and crying.
Like Scooby-Doo.
I was
When you
like,
went
what
back in the room and
heck?
said, she ain't lying.
But I still think that nobody else even listened to what we were
Well,
saying.
did
We're
y'all
like,
go
we're
to the
like,
front
whatever.
desk and request a room?
No, there was a Romanian lady
Imagine
running.
telling her that.
Oh, there was
I mean,
a
with my
Romanian
Spanish
behind
and
the
Yeah,
her
I
English,
forgot about
with
that
my
until y'all
English and
said
her
that.
English, that would have been
She-
like really
She was from, the owner was Romanian.
Romanian with
She
a
wanted
pink
us out of
motel.
there.
Come on,
the pink motel.
it was pink.
It
It was
pink.
painted
That
in
motel's
pink.
been there for ages.
And even to this day, I don't consider myself believing in ghosts, but that was some weird crap.
That
you don't? I do.
Romanian lady behind the front desk
I
brought
mean,
her
there's some
home
weird,
pictures with her.
had some weird
Thank
things.
you. She
That's probably
Yeah,
what it is.
the
was.
picture was Romanian.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, that lady dressed in black and with the wrinkles and the bun.
It's
here.
probably
I mean,
her
that was
granny or
There's
aunt.
that was
somebody
her
trapped in there that was
grandmother,
a
whatever,
prisoner
and
from
she
Romania.
came. She didn't pay a ticket, but
Romanian
she
ghost.
came. Yep.
And she didn't like being trapped in that picture no more. And especially not when a room full of Ware County senior girls.
It wasn't all girls. It was only. It was also Marco and Ed. They were
Oh,
sleeping
they were
with
in
us.
there too.
Yeah,
Okay. Who was in your room?
it was Melissa.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Melissa? You,
Mhm.
Marco, Ed, and Gina.
Yes.
That's it.
There was 3 rooms
Yes.
3.
because Melissa was in a room further down
Yes.
from the
we were-
guys' room.
Yeah.
And who was she in there with?
With me.
You.
Uh-huh.
I always thought you were in that one.
No.
Me
I
too.
was
I don't remember that.
downstairs.
Oh, that's
Y'all were
yeah.
downstairs.
Yes, when I got
Yeah.
like really sunburned, I remember being in your room. Yeah, down.
Courtney was there too. Did we
Yes,
say
she
that?
was. Courtney was
And
there. And you and Courtney wrote a song
yeah,
in the stairwell.
in the bathroom, I think.
Oh.
In the bathroom.
What was I can't remember the name of the song.
Door hog.
I wish we could phone a friend right now and hear Courtney tell about
Right.
Courtney will tell you all about it. It was Courtney writing it. I would think I was just there supplying chords.
And what did y'all recorded it?
Yeah.
How did you record it in 1993?
I don't know, man. We
haunted
did.
hotel
It was
bathroom?
probably my Magnavox tape player
Yeah.
recorder that I got from Radio Shack that had plug-ins. I don't know. Did they have quarter-inch mic, the quarter-inch back then?
Probably had the little 1/8 inch microphone plug.
I don't know. I bet I had some kind of tape machine.
Well, this was 93. Sure, there was something good out there. Well, we're going to do a quick phone call now, ladies and gentlemen, to England.
Oh, yeah.
Call her. Well, I want to know the history, but see if she answers. We'll get a transatlantic phone call to find out the history of Door Hog from one of the authors.
I know more about it, but I don't think I
Well,
should
this would
say.
be
Thank
nice.
you. That's very nice of you.
Who, me?
Yes.
Because you know what it's about, right?
I remember bits and pieces.
Yeah.
This will be a good little addition to the podcast.
So you
here.
actually.
if she
Oh,
answers.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. What time is it over
It's in
there?
England.
Are you really calling her?
It's late.
What time is it right? It's about.
late.
It's past midnight.
It's 6 more hours.
5.
Oh my God! How
Maybe
often you
7?
talk to her?
What time is it? 7 something. 8:30. It's
8:30,
1:30
no.
over there. Hello.
Courtney is in England.
Hello.
I didn't
She's
know.
married to a Englishman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He works for BBC.
That sounds
He
like
does. I think he's
Isn't
high
that
up too, like
same?
maybe like the top.
it's on a
What's up,
song.
brother?
It's the
Pink
same-
Floyd song.
Oh
It's
yeah.
the same
He's the
sound I
10th
get when I
guy.
call the States. It's a kind of beep.
Can I help you?
It's 1:30. She's not going to answer.
she's there.
Okay, we tried. Courtney.
Well, we tried. Our transatlantic call fell through. And so, Sean, you're going to have to give us your best memory of Door Hog.
Oh, I have no clue.
Punk?
No, it was
R&B?
no indie folk.
Oh, boy.
It was.
I'm a door
there was probably a G
hog.
chord, a C chord, a D chord.
There was no indie back then.
It was all indie back then.
Really?
Yeah. Sub Pop.
Yeah, yeah, that's
I
right.
bet you it was doing walk down
and-
chords to a minor.
And with me and Courtney, it was probably Blake Babies or something, or Lemonheads derived from that. 'Cause
Even
that was
Dando.
that was
Yeah,
music
that
that me
was-
and her connected.
Yes.
And you.
Yeah, it would have been.
All right. Well, speaking of music, that was back in y'all's day. And you being transplanted right into this, what was your music right before you got here?
I was listening to Led Zeppelin
Okay.
because I have. I mean,
They suck.
I
Okay.
used to my hometown. Shut up. At my hometown, we didn't have like it was really really small town. So we only had like one radio station, and the music wasn't like really good. You get like pop music and all that, which I enjoyed because I was little. I liked music, but I have four older brothers. So I listened to whatever they were listening. And that's where I grabbed like Led Zeppelin or I don't know, things like Midnight Oil, In Excess, and stuff like that. So I came here and it was all about either grunge, which I loved and really blew my mind, or hip hop.
And that
And
was
it
your
was-
first introduction to it.
Yeah. It was Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, all that. I mean,
Dr.
it was
Dre.
amazing. I would be in the car of my cousins' friends listening. I mean, when they like clean up all the car just to have like a big old speaker, like a subwoofer or something like that, and they're going boom, boom. That was so crazy for me just to look at it. But I got in there and listened to like hip hop music, and it was great. I loved it. And then I will get to, I don't know, to Sean or Gus's truck and just like listen to Pearl Jam, Nirvana, all that. So it was related. I mean, if I should say that I had like a really learning year about music, it would be that year. Because I learned the two main kind of music that I actually like right now, which is hip hop and rock and roll or grunge, and they mix it all together. So it was really good.
So you feel like when you came here, that was really kind of when you developed your taste for music.
It was when I actually developed my like a current, like something that was actually like happening in that time. Because by then I used to like things that happened before. Like my
You
father
listen
would
to
play
Led
like
Zeppelin
Rolling
and stuff
Stones.
like that had already been.
My brothers, the Led Zeppelin and stuff like that, and the other one to Midnight Oil, whatever. But then here, that was the music. It was happening, and you got
it would just had started happening.
Yeah.
and you had
came,
like
so-
all the vibe. When I got
Yeah.
back to Spain, people started. It was starting to know like Pearl Jam and all that, and I was there. I was like, I'm the girl. I know that. I can
All right,
sing
yeah.
it actually.
Yeah.
Been there, done that. Got the T-shirt.
Yeah.
Courtney texted me.
She did.
She's in Scotland hiking right now.
At
Hiking?
1:30 in the morning.
I guess.
Or she's not
She
hiking
says
at the moment.
she says they're hiking the West Highland Way, which is kind of like the Appalachian Trail with Chris. It's 1:30 a.m. here. I am so tired. Okay. Sorry.
I've been hiking.
Feed
calling
her.
me.
Oh, well, that was
her.
sweet of her to answer back.
Yes.
Send for a
She
help.
knows we're here
Uh-huh.
on this. Okay.
She said I would call you back, but I'll wait, Chris.
All right. Well, there we go.
They're in a fight in the mountains somewhere.
What did you miss?
Well,
Why?
what did y'all learn from her as a
Oh, that's a good one.
as a transit
Did you
student?
actually learn
Yes,
anything
we
from me?
did.
Okay. What?
Yes, we did. Gosh, I might need a PowerPoint.
You first, Ivy. You
and-
first.
I mean, we learned how to welcome a complete and total stranger into our circle. You
Yeah, it
were
was
like
Yeah.
a little bird. You were a little
know.
bird that
I felt
fell
like
out of the
that.
nest. and-
International.
yes, and you needed people to love you and show you the way. And
You did.
So
And-
You
you
did.
brought out mama
Yeah.
in a lot of your girlfriends, and I ain't asking
Yes.
what brought out in them.
Bunch of white knights.
White
You,
knights on silver horses.
also taught me how to drink. I had never met anybody that could drink somebody under the table. That was like a year
That
younger
was
than
a-
me.
that was a
But
good
you
one.
could, I mean,
We
you,
really drink in Spain.
well, you do. I mean, there's
Yeah.
like no drinking age.
Y'all didn't-
So,
There is a drink. Right now it's like 18, but back
Really?
then,
Back
then
then
it
there
used to be like
wasn't.
16. Yeah.
And you were 16 when you moved.
I was 15.
15.
Yeah.
So she was 15. We were 18. She was in the same grade as us
Oh, there was
She-
3
I
year
smart ass.
difference.
because she was smart.
super smart.
I was smart in Spain too.
Not just
Well,
here.
the
I
schools
just
in
so you
Spain.
know, I was
She was
smart
dumb
in
and-
Spain.
she was
too.
one of the
I was
dumbest in
smart
Spain.
everywhere.
She was real dumb in Spain, but that's what they were like. Send her over there with the dummies. And then
God.
she like really excelled over here.
Yeah.
You
When
know.
she got with all of us, she came to the swamp and she was so smart.
So did y'all ask? I bet you one of the first questions you asked her was, "How do we cuss out somebody in Spanish?"
Oh, she taught us how to do that
Yeah.
real quick.
how do you
No.
say something dirty in Spanish? That kind of stuff. That's probably what y'all do.
How do you say something dirty in Spanish?
Yeah,
Dirty
nobody
which
will ever
way?
know. Just say something.
Some dirty, like
Yeah, just-
something like
Sexual.
It don't matter.
sexual.
I don't
We-
know.
They
Oh,
won't
come
none
on.
of us
I mean,
know
you,
what
you,
it
what do you
is.
want? Like listeners? Come
Yeah,
on.
they won't nobody
Yeah,
know.
they're trying. Don't nobody do it.
No,
That's what he said.
It's just
something dirty.
it
I
don't
don't
matter
No,
because it
I will
sounds
give
so
you cuss words.
beautiful.
I know it
For
won't.
dirty things, you need. I mean,
It could
you
be.
need to work it out. I mean, no.
How about
I'll pay for it.
You could say
That's
go
it.
get the mail, and I would think,
How about
Yeah.
sounds dirty.
Compra la
about-
leche. No, no, I'm just kidding. That's by the
That is really pretty.
yeah, because of the voice. I
That's
mean,
yeah.
how about
buy the milk.
how about take off your panties? Just how would you translate that?
Quítate las bragas.
See, it don't
Banana.
sound like it, does it?
But-
It doesn't sound like it.
Don't sound like you're doing anything wrong.
You said it so fast.
Yeah, because I don't want to be like.
She didn't wanna
I don't want to
linger.
get Waitress
Quítate
horny. I mean,
persuadada.
that's it. I just
don't
want
wanna
your
get
guy
waitress
has to be. Right.
But
Thank you for
You're
protecting
gonna
my
get
cause.
you're gonna get
Thank
fired
you.
because of me.
Oh no.
the
No, she's fine.
languages
She's
over
fine.
there, though,
Ivy's
Italian,
fine.
Spanish, any language over there, it sounds beautiful when
does
you
sound
speak.
beautiful.
It's not like you could be cussing somebody out in a language that,
No,
and they're
if I-
just
if I
saying,
was really
say
bad-
it again.
If I was really mad, you wouldn't say it again. No, no,
But
not
we
at all.
still wouldn't know what you were saying.
would.
Yeah,
Have
but
you
I
ever
was
seen her
mad.
mad?
I was
Yes.
mad.
You've seen her really
if
mad?
I
Yes.
am mad,
Who was she really mad at?
I don't even remember. I just
Did she
remember.
go off?
Yes.
I've never seen her mad.
Firecracker.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I mean, like more than
I am a badass.
More than
I'm mad.
firecracker.
I am.
I think I've seen you get mad at Ed before.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably.
That's her
Yeah.
cousin.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I love him. Ed, I love you.
I do too.
I
listen
love you
to this,
too,
I love
Ed.
you a lot.
Ed,
Ed,
Forget about it.
what's up, Ed?
What's
Ed
up?
is over there grinding. He's lifting weights.
yeah, I saw him on there. He was pimping out on there the other day.
He
Uh-huh.
is.
Got to watch out, Ed. You're going to get more requests, more friend requests than you can handle.
I think he could handle it.
He can handle
He
it.
can
He can
handle
handle
anything.
it. Yeah.
That's Ed. I mean,
Yeah,
Ed,
he's-
Ed is so cool. He's good.
He is.
Love you, Ed.
Santos Ramos?
Sanchez.
Sanchez
Ramos.
Ramos. Are they kin to
did
the
that really
Ayulas?
good.
What?
Are they Are they related to the Ayulas?
Not really. The Ayudos come from Peru, and I come from Spain. My mother's sister is married to Dr. Marco Ayudo.
Oh.
And that's how. And he's Peruvian, and my
That's how
aunt,
it
she's
happened.
Spanish.
Okay, gotcha.
They met in Spain, and they came here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So your aunt is Ed's mother?
They are so cool.
Nice.
I love
They
you,
really
uncle
are.
and
They're
aunt.
very cool.
Did they have something to
great.
do with you coming over here
Yeah,
to study?
everything.
They were the ones that...
I had
lived with
come
them.
before to the States, to Wisconsin and Minnesota, like a couple of months in the summer to a host parents family. And then when I had to spend like 1 year, my aunt and my uncle said, no, I mean, you cannot spend it with us. It's a year. It's not like 1 month. It's not like, just to have fun around it. So I came and I lived with them. They moved from Ohio like a week before I came.
Mm-hmm.
They have been living in the States for 25 years when I came, but they just moved from Ohio to Waycross.
Mm-hmm.
And we all struggle with Southern accent. As I still do, by the way.
You do really
It's
good,
the wine. It's Snoop Dogg.
though. Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg.
Snoop Dogg wine. That's what
He
we
gave me the
drinking on.
blessing.
Okay.
I have a hard time understanding Southern people too sometimes.
What'd you say?
Lord.
Vicki is a translator, right?
am.
Is that your
Yeah,
job title?
that's it.
Yeah.
The translator. English and French.
Oh, and you're from Spain.
I'm from Spain.
Weird.
Why?
So,
Something in
yeah,
French.
yeah,
is that
you're
weird?
translating
Something
English
in
and
French?
French,
Yes,
and she's
that
from
French
Spain.
is so pretty to me.
It
Seems
is
like-
Well, they
really
know-
pretty.
Ev-
What do you
Everybody
say in
just comes
French?
up knowing a lot of more languages over there, right?
Right.
What?
Sure
Everybody
you
at
do.
least knows 2 languages over there, probably.
Like everybody tries to like at least speak English, but we're doing a bad job, like really bad. We need to improve that. It will get better, but like right now, people is aware that it is really important to speak English and understand it. If you want to work and have, I mean, we everything came so global. So right now, I don't know. It's like we're trying. And we'll get there.
How many languages does the average?
Like, for example, my kids,
Yeah.
they study English and Spanish, obviously, since they start like school, like really when they are just like starting school. And then on 5th grade, they will start another language, which in my case, in the case of my kids, is French. But like the third language is not supposed to be like well managed unless you're talking with people from Scandinavia, like Sweden, Norway, and all. They speak English perfectly, and 3rd or 4th language is like really amazing. But that's them. They're really blonde and beauty, and it's like and cute,
Like Pretty Sean.
like Pretty Sean.
Yeah, he did look Scandinavian.
He's a Scandinavian.
Sven.
Yes.
I didn't get the smart
It's
part.
Sven. It's
Sven.
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 His
Sven
name is
Clark.
Sven.
Sven Clark.
Yep. He's getting mad.
Yeah.
He's getting-
He's
Well,
starting.
that's a very lacking over here in America. They ain't nobody going to learn a second language. I mean, unless it's pressed upon them in school. It's usually an elective, right?
yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
PE or something.
And everybody just kind of slides by. They don't really
it's-
learn Spanish.
No, and
mean,
that's about it.
I mean, nobody comes out of it like I don't.
Yeah.
I don't feel like
agree.
we're too lazy of Americans to.
I mean, you already speak the most spoken language in the world, and you don't need it for work. But I think it would be great if you actually not the language, but if you get to travel more, because you travel a lot. I mean, you live in a huge country, and you travel around your country, but you all have like basically the same culture or background.
All around, yeah.
And traveling outside that, and I don't mean going to Mexico to like big hotels and resorts, because that's same culture again.
Right.
Like to actually travel in, and sorry about this, Justin, like traveling and getting to know something way different, not the language, but
The culture.
Yeah, the culture.
People.
That will be really cool for Americans, and I love Americans. It's not that I'm. It's something. It's just like a tip to. That was something cool to do.
Well, and that was something else that we learned from you. You brought some culture
Yep.
From the,
to the swamp.
the swamp. No, I didn't go to the swamp until I got my kids here. I didn't go to the Okefenokee swamp.
You never went
Never.
to the Okefenokee
I don't
swamp
like.
when
I
you
mean, I
lived
don't
here.
like
Well, take
bugs,
her to the
spiders.
swamp.
I thought we would have.
Took her to a trailer park.
Saying,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just want to go
Yeah.
get drunk in the trailer, whatever that was.
Here's one of our finer things.
No. I never went there, but I went this year with my uncle and my kids. Actually, he told me to. He's so nice that he said, I will take them. I was like, well, no, I want to have this experience with them. And it was cool. It was really cool, actually, except for the spiders. And there's a time that you're in the boat and everything's so cool. The alligator, blah, blah. And then you get under a bridge and the guy says, oh, look, a banana spider. There's like this big banana spider. It's like, what?
Did you
Never-
scream?
Yeah.
Or you did?
I put
flipped the
my
boat
kid
over.
like up me. It's like, if you're gonna eat him. I don't love him, you know.
With your kid.
Yeah, I did that. That was me.
Hey.
Yeah, Mama Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What can I say? I don't like spiders.
Hey.
I love my kids, but I mean, if I have to decide,
Yeah.
Well, I think
Sacrifice.
the problem with Americans, or at least half of America, it seems to be like they're all about, I ain't leaving, going nowhere. This is my home.
Yeah.
I don't need to learn no Spanish, and stuff like that. They're not even interested in going overseas to Europe or anywhere.
Well, it's like
they don't need, I don't need no culture.
My mom is like, especially when I was like when we were in high school, and I'm like, I can't wait to get out of here. And her opinion was, why would you ever want to go anywhere? Like, you don't know what's out there. Like, it's just stay here. And I'm like, what the heck?
My mom
Yeah,
was
Yeah,
the
it's
same.
kind of
see
that
some stuff.
attitude. It's like when I lived in Tripoli when I was a little boy for 2.5 years. Came back in the first grade, went to Memorial Drive, and there was little swamp kids in there with nothing but T-shirts, blue jeans, and barefooted. And I come in, a little bit more civil than that. But every time we'd go somewhere else, be stationed somewhere else, we moved around. Would always come back, and it was back in Memorial Drive in the 2nd grade, back in Memorial Drive in the 6th grade, back in the 8th grade. And it was like every time I'd come back, they'd be just the same, barefooted.
Yeah, I bet.
And like little wild Indians out there at recess.
Are you when they come up with the term, here's old fancy pant?
No, but in the
Fancy
8th grade,
pants.
after moving from Tampa back up here, I had the junior high school experience down there. We bought school clothes down there, and to fall in with that bunch down there, it was a London Fog and HIS and socks that matched your shirt color and loafers. And came back to Memorial Drive is blue jeans, T-shirts, and no shoes. And I'd walk around with little English leather, and they'd all be sitting there sweating. And and it was like
Sweating.
Fancy pants.
Fancy pants.
just me, y'all.
We'd have beat you up, Dave.
I'm still the same guy.
Fancy pants.
And
Dave was the ladies' man in the
Yeah.
8th grade.
yeah,
He
and
could have been the ruler of all of them.
He could have been. He could have been.
like-
he could have been ruling the
Dave would
teachers
be
too
like,
with that English
bathe her
leather.
and bring her to me.
was you hiding in the closet?
No, I came out.
No, but that is
Quick.
well. Just
Quick.
when we went on our cross country trip last time, there's some people. Some of my classmates have never set foot outside of Ware County to this day. You know, they ain't even
There's
gone
many
to
people like
Atlanta.
that. I've,
You know,
I've met people like that.
Yeah, they're
in
very
the States. It's really weird.
isolationist. Yeah, when we went out west and all that, it was a learning experience for
Yeah.
us. And there's probably a shitload of Americans that hasn't done that.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and it's
And I
within
had-
the borders.
And it'd been a while since I had done that, or at least to that extent. And I'd only been to up and down the coast pretty much.
Well, you're all invited to Spain.
Let's go.
Uncle Dave's
You
Waycross
can make it happen.
Stagecoach
Yeah.
We do the podcast in there.
International. I'd love it. We could bounce up and catch Ian
Well,
in
let's
Cornwall.
Yeah.
Let's just plan it. Let's do it.
Then we could
It's
go
not
over to the
impossible. It's
Ukraine
just like-
and
Not.
dodge drones as part of our
Dodge drone.
I'll try to get you a gig.
European packet.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't
What?
know. I don't know. Yeah, but I'll try to get you a gig. I don't know if I could, but I have the
Get you a
connections.
gig.
Like
I'm
you
not flying.
too?
I'll
Yeah.
tell you that right now.
You're not gonna fly?
We're
You're
taking
You're not
a boat.
flying?
We're
You're
taking
taking
a
a
boat.
boat?
You can't-
Okay,
you've
I'm
never
not getting you a
flown?
gig. He's never gonna make it.
And I done been to Tripoli. What you
I
talking
know,
about?
but
gonna
did you go on a
swim?
boat?
No, I'm just kidding.
You fly.
Yeah, you fly.
You don't fly?
Yeah, I
I
fly.
mean, like in an airplane. Like
No,
fly,
really,
you
I
fly.
fly.
I mean, I know you fly, but not like with an airplane, like inside an
Yeah, I
airplane.
stopped in Madrid and got gas on the way
Yeah,
to
you
Tripoli.
were 2 years and a half old or 4 years, something like that.
4 years old.
Okay, now, would you fly?
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Dave and Sean Clark
On the
Yeah.
road.
It's Uncle Dave's Waycross
and the
airplane.
manager,
On
Oh, the
wing.
manager. I get to be the
the
manager.
social
Yeah.
media guy, and the
Roadie.
You
the
can totally
roadie.
be the manager.
If
I could
anybody
see-
needs to speak to the manager,
Yeah, you're like,
I mean,
you're like
I'm the
mama.
Spanish
You're
manager.
like,
You're the American one.
excuse me,
That's
but
no, well, this is not going to fly for my boys.
that's right. Uncle Dave is nervous. He needs some medication. Who's holding on this
I'm
flight?
seeing gremlins outside my window. Let's do it.
Well,
Let's do it.
Okay,
Why not?
All right.
I mean, I'm being
You only live
serious.
once.
let's
Just-
go.
Yeah.
Next year,
Okay.
make it happen. Let's make it happen.
Hell
Get it
yeah.
rolling.
We put the coast to coast challenge on ourselves and did it. So
Yeah, we did. We're
I mean,
talking
it's
about
easy. You just
Yeah.
have
let's
to go
cross the
to
pond.
Jacksonville, Miami, or Jacksonville, Charlotte, which is shorter. So you go Jacksonville, Charlotte, Madrid. That's it.
Really.
That's it.
Back in the day, we left Charlotte, had to stop at the Azores. What was that other one?
Still trying to figure out what the Azores are.
The Azores is a
Yes,
little
it's
group of
I-
islands out there.
Where Cristiano Ronaldo
But
is.
they,
Some ancient
the planes
mountain
back
range.
then had to
Azores.
stop.
Yeah,
a
no,
lot
no,
more.
no.
Is Courtney
I mean,
at the
you can even. I
Azores?
think you can do a flight from Madrid, or like a straight flight from Madrid to LA. Now, I think you can do that. But
That's a lot of gas.
coming from Madrid to Miami is like 9.5 hours flight. But if you come to Charlotte, it's like 7 hours, something like that.
A little closer.
So I mean, we'll work it out.
Yeah.
And if I don't get a gig, you just play for me. That's it. At home.
Play for your
Cool.
family. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I'll
no,
be-
for me, not my kids. I mean, if you're coming, no.
I'll be saving up my Delta miles.
Again, I love my kids. Whoever is listening to I love my kids. Victor, Pablo, I love you. The spider was
How old are
was
they?
faked.
How old are you boys?
10 and 11.
All right.
You are in the thick of it.
I know.
Yeah, that's a good age.
But
Yes.
I'm really, really, really enjoying it. Like now. Before it was like a lot of work.
Yes.
And you just like survive a little bit.
You are.
all the
That
time.
is.
And
You
it's-
do
it's
just
like
try
that.
to survive.
And right now I'm enjoying it.
But then they
And I think like in a couple of years I will be hating it. So
Yeah, well,
it will come.
they're going to get
I will send them
sassy.
to the States. To your house.
can ship them off to be exchange students.
There you go.
In Waycross.
You're going back to Waycross.
Yeah.
Do it like I did it.
Yeah.
they'll be coming back with a whole new thing nowadays, though.
When you were here, I mean, when we were in high school, did you ever go to see the what spook light?
Yeah, I think Gina and no, it was Jeannie and David
Okay.
who took me. It was that's
Okay.
in the cemetery.
No, it was
What is it?
probably they would have taken you like out the Valdosta Highway.
To the
I don't know. I
And
remember
to the
something.
To a
train
train
track.
track. You would have gone to a train track.
I think I remember something like that. I never saw that. Like the
What?
spook light?
I
Well, the
thought for
spook light,
sure that
you
you'd
can't
been
see
out
it every
there.
time, can you?
No, I didn't.
We saw it every time because we would stay out there for 4 hours.
Well,
That was because of acid.
You saw it.
I know,
sorry.
but
Did you see it?
yes.
Okay.
But
I
Acid.
saw it a lot.
I insist.
You
Acid.
never saw it? You never went out there?
I went, but I didn't see anything.
That might have been.
well, I mean, when we would see it, we usually
Was it kind of like when we
Acid?
got out of school, we went out there more?
Keep
But
saying
she was
you
probably
just-
gone.
no, it
He's
was
listening to
We
everything.
went out there during
it was-
school.
He's reading
Am I getting
between
my
the
stuff?
Well,
lines.
he's
Is it
from
clear?
that area.
Okay.
He lived out
As
there.
it-
He ain't never
He's
seen no
reading
spook
between the
light.
lines.
You don't
over
even know
there.
about it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but you
I know
haven't
who
seen it, have
spook
you?
light is.
Yeah? You've seen it?
I've been on the tracks and looked and seen a lot.
There you go.
There you go.
Was it
I was the kind of was thinking,
was it
did.
real?
there's a perfectly good explanation for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never felt like it was a ghost or anything. I was just like,
Well, the scientists
That's
have
weird.
explained it.
The
They
ghost
said
is
it was
in
methane gas,
In the
marsh
swamp.
gas,
Yeah.
marsh gas.
but I don't think it is. I've seen.
I ain't never wasted my time with that. We had real ghosts when I was growing
We
up.
weren't wasting time, man. We was
Listen,
making
I
time.
remember going to the spook light one time and loaded up in Uncle Dave's van. What,
We went. Y'all took me to the spook light?
What did we call that van? That
It was the friggin' scaffold.
okay, I don't listen. It was loaded.
I could believe
think,
this. I think I do kind of remember that.
I think
now.
maybe the KOG was closing up one night and
Yeah.
and some folks jumped in and everybody got on the bus and
You
went
knew,
to the
you knew
school.
Uncle Dave back then?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it was
this
probably
is
about
this
98,
was after
99,
that.
2000.
Yeah, this was
Okay.
after
Probably
that.
met
Because I
y'all.
never met him.
I didn't
Okay,
meet
yeah.
Sean till
I was 22 when I met you.
I met him like
What
15
was
years
that?
ago. That's when I
95,
met Uncle Dave.
96.
50 years ago.
15
I met everybody as I went
Yeah.
along.
in the past life, yeah. Well, I'm quite open.
I think I met people through my nephew Graham.
Graham, yeah, that.
And Graham, once he started getting of age in high school, he would bring Conway and his buddies over to my house on Mount Pleasant. And he'd say, "Come on, y'all, let's go to Michael Davis. He plays music. He writes songs." And everybody would come over. Then that's how I got to meeting some of them. And then about a year later, after Graham graduated, Sean came into the picture. He took me over to your house when you was living behind Crystal there, over there by Crystal, on that Morningside,
Circle
little
window.
apartment.
Yeah.
Sunnyside, whatever it is.
No,
No,
the
the
circle
house-
window.
circle
I
There's a
window.
house
okay.
with the circle window in it. And we sat there and related to
Swallows
one
could
another.
talk.
And
One of the games.
and from then on, I knew Sean. And then 98 was the first Graham Parsons in the backyard. And y'all played it. So then I already knew Jesse. But then I started meeting Jody and different people started coming into my periphery. You might have been one of them.
I think I probably was.
And as it went on, and the Graham Parsons started being at Little Nights, I remember y'all coming to those, you and Gina. And I was saying, and I was saying, "Take me home, Mama." And that might have been when y'all said, "Can we ride in the van?" And I said, "You
Let's
betcha you.
Get in my van.
I said, come on. And it's kind of like Uncle Dave's Cowboy Bunkhouse. I said, come on in. And
Skin it back.
so let's see. Ryan, let's see. Then in 2001, I started working for Crosstown. Then it started really opening up. Then Brantley County started coming into the picture. And I started hearing about these Crosby boys. And you actually went to school with Matt, though, didn't you?
I was a year older.
You're older than Matt. So, I don't know. We
I
had
remember
kids
going
that
to
was
their house. I remember
their
going
younger age, and then as they grew up, their friends came into it. And like I say, our house was wide open, Grand
I
Central
could not
welcome
imagine
station,
that.
We
I've
had
seen
some
that.
backyard parties there before, and it just built up through the years, and now I know everybody,
You don't know me.
and I know.
When I met you,
Mhm.
I felt like I really had met like a really southern music person. Like it was like
Well, guess what?
I did.
You did.
And his name was Uncle Dave. He was like the whole time talking to him. No, let's go. Uncle Dave is coming. Whatever. Uncle Dave. And then he showed up with the with the hat and everything, and he started like singing. I was like, wow. It was amazing. Really good. It was really
When
good.
was your
I recorded
first
so many
reunion?
videos of you.
When was your first reunion back over here with the guys?
I've came
Multiple times.
not that many.
This is your
10
third
times. Yeah, it's 10 years, 15 years. That's the year that
that he met.
that
Dave.
Gus had died. That I met him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now you met him before Gus died.
10 years would have been
Now,
2003.
10 years is the picture that I'm sitting on Gus.
Yeah.
And then it was 15 years. That's the year he, I think it was the 2010. That's when Gus died.
Mm-hmm.
But I came like in July or something like that. So that's when I met him.
Oh,
We went to your trailer.
Yeah.
And that's when I got like all the I was just like recording him like in stupid Spanish. You're like, oh, like Miley
She was-
Cyrus in front of me.
She was fangirling.
That was my Miley Cyrus.
I'd love to see them
She was
videos from
fangirling
way back
over.
then.
Absolutely.
That was 13 years ago. Man, I bet you I had gray hair then. Probably did.
I don't know.
Well, man, this is so great. Well, this makes your third time back now?
Yes.
Third time back. And you're still just fall right back in, pick up right where you left off with
Exactly.
everybody.
That's
And
amazing.
that's the beauty of it.
That's
It
what I was
is.
telling people. Like, there's both of y'all are friends like that, and there's only
Yes,
certain friends in
that's
your
right.
life that you can go 20 years without seeing each other, and then nothing has changed. There's no,
That's right.
there's gonna be some hugs and some whatever, but then it's gonna be like, it's just like I saw you yesterday.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
when you
Just
can be
catch up.
yourself with somebody, that doesn't change. You can be yourself with that person for the rest of your life. It doesn't matter. I mean, because if you can be like real yourself with somebody that you
Yeah.
don't fear whatever that person is gonna think or feel or I don't know
Right.
resent from you. So it's
Yeah.
just like
It's like we
You're
already
yourself.
know. We already know each other. There's nothing
Yeah.
to hide. Like,
That's
you already
right.
know my
It's nothing.
true self. I already know your
That's
true self.
right.
Your true self.
I could do something that you don't like, and I know that you will still love me.
Yeah.
You will tell
That's
me,
right.
"Oh, I don't
That's
like
right.
that."
There's nothing you could do that would make me stop loving you. Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
Kumbaya. Well, I want to know, what did Robbie and Teresa think about everybody? Their house was the hangout.
Oh,
Sean's
man.
parents.
Oh,
And
I don't
I
know how
mean,
we got away
like,
with that. Really, I don't-
geez, Louise, like sleeping
It wa-
on the couch. I mean, just
dude,
the
pretty
floor.
cool of your parents.
Yes, they were very cool.
it was.
They were the coolest parents in the
And
world.
y'all, I just remembered, y'all had a pool. Y'all had a pool in the backyard, and I can
Is this
remember
out central?
swimming
Right where they are now. Yeah.
in that pool like numerous
Yeah.
times in the middle of the night, and they never I mean, there were like a lot of us that would just get in. We'd be out there whispering. Swimming.
I'm sure they were on to us.
But they were just so cool. They were.
Yeah. Man, I had a damn whole band set up in my bedroom with a stage.
leading to the carport. I mean,
And-
your bedroom was right there on the end.
It was
right?
the carport.
Yeah, it wasn't
it?
a car. It was a closed-in carport,
Yeah.
and we built these plywood stages that raised up probably a foot.
Didn't you have a spectral experience in that bedroom too?
Again, really?
Damn
Tell
it,
me.
Dave! I told you not to tell anybody.
I'm telling you, man, they following you around.
I did have some weirdness go down there, and it was when we were all hanging it. So this people had started coming over probably 11th grade a lot because I was playing guitar, and then other guys bring the guitars over and everything, and I was still in the hallway bedroom. Well, parents were like, maybe it's time we close in this garage, put you out there. You're getting a little bit much.
Busy.
You know? And so I had a door that, I could come and go, and then it was on. That just made it worse. They didn't know what the hell. But so anyway, it was around that time that every day there was 30 people there. And it was always somebody there that I hadn't met before. Hey, this is so-and-so, this is so-and-so, that just people coming and going. Well, it was around that time that weird stuff started happening in that house. And we were the first people to live in that house. It was a brand new house when I moved in there at 2. So, but the main thing was I had this stereo, like a Magnavox stereo, and it had the spring button. You push it in and it's on, and you push it again and it pops out and it's off. So it's a manual button. It's not like a
Remote.
yeah. So it had done this to me a few times where I would turn it off, where the button would pop out, and then it would push back in and come back on and play the CD. And I was like, whoa. And
Did it play songs that
And
you
you
liked?
and you didn't tell me that. I mean, and we went to that Fernandina motel. Really?
Yeah.
It was you, not me.
He probably packed
Not
the
the
ghost up
Romanian.
with
It
him.
was you.
Well, let me back up. I forgot about this part. I'd borrowed from Lisa Lee this CD of the Sundays.
Okay.
Remember the Sundays?
Yeah.
Anybody? All right, and it was real easy listening indie girl singing rock, and I would play it when I went to sleep, and I put it on repeat. Well, it would wake me up, so I was like, I'm not gonna put it on repeat tonight. I'm just gonna play it. It'll turn off when it's off. And I'd wake up and it'd be playing. I was like, what's wrong with my stereo? And I kept doing it, and it would kept doing that. So I was like, I'm not gonna play it tonight. And I put it in the case, and I'm like, I need to give that back to her anyway. And I put it on the table across the room. Woke up and it was playing in the CD. And I went immediately to my mom, who was vacuuming, and I was like, are you playing my stereo? Like, why'd you do that? Like, you woke me up. And she's like, what are you talking about? I hadn't even been out there. And so then it started doing the button thing. And I told Gus, and I told Jill Saracella, I know. And it happened when all 3 of us were there. We were leaving to go. We had just got out of school, and we were all hanging out. And then we decided we were going somewhere. And Gus turned off my stereo. And all I heard we're both walking out the door, and he's like, "Oh, dude, that thing, it just happened. That thing you was talking about, man, that thing just happened. What the hell?" Yeah. And but that's all that ever happened. But then I got to reading up on ghosts and stuff, and it was like they will congregate around a hub of people kind of a place, a meeting place for people. Okay. And there was a lot of people coming over there, and they said it could follow somebody there, and then it could say, oh, there's more action here. I'm just going to stick around here for a while. And I didn't never see this. I just remember this part. But Jamie Stewart and Brett Garrett come running in the house into my room one night and said, dude, you won't believe it. You won't believe it. And we're like, what? Calm down, man. What? Man, we were pulling up and somebody was looking in your window. And I'm like, who? And I'm like trying to run out there and like, no, man, listen. We saw a shadow looking into your window. And then when our car lights hit the yard, it started running toward us and then just disappeared. And I was like, whatever, dudes. Y'all are like, what did y'all take? And then, and they didn't.
Probably nothing.
And these guys were super straight, but except for
Yeah,
Jamie was probably had drinking Lord Calvert or something. But I don't think that makes you see stuff.
Yeah.
But what about the
I think it just
CD
makes you
playing by
beat your
itself?
kids.
That was him.
No, yeah. Jamie don't beat his kids. But
Sean.
That was the shadow.
I mean, like the CD you get out of the CD player, back in and playing by itself.
yeah. So, but to add to the shadow story, they did that happened, and then a week later, I had met Hillary Reagan. You don't remember her?
Mm-mm.
Her parents were named Ronald and Nancy Reagan, and she was Hillary Reagan. She's from Baxley.
But just the
Yes, not the
Our
ones.
condolences. What's her name?
Hillary Reagan.
Hillary.
Yeah,
Our
like Hillary
condolences.
Clinton, but Hillary Reagan.
And
And she showed me a check of her parents. She's like, because I didn't believe her. She's like, look. But anyway, she came. I'd met her, and I was like trying to date her or something, and it didn't last long.
or something.
Pretty sure.
Or something. That was a very Beavis and Butthead.
I didn't mean it like that. I was just anyway. It didn't work out. Anyway, but she came over, and
Just saying.
she came over a week later from Jamie and Brett running in there, and she's coming in there like, dude, like telling me the exact same story, and I was like, man, you just getting this,
shadow?
huh?
The shadow?
Yeah, the shadow looking in the window, run across, disappear. She told the exact same thing, and I was like, yeah, whatever. You've been talking to Brett and Jamie, and she said, who? She hadn't met them yet, so. Then I was like, well, maybe there's a shadow man. I don't know.
Next
That was
day.
after or before Fernandina?
Yeah, where
Maybe
would
there's a
Fernandina
shadow
fit in
man.
all of this?
That was probably before.
That was before or after Fernandina? I need to know. Because it's you. It's been you all the time.
No.
Fernandina was
are
when y'all
around here.
graduated.
It's him.
So this was still in high school.
This was senior year, so it's who's to say if it was.
I mean,
before
it
or
was
after.
you who was being chased by a ghost, and
No.
I got
I
to
could-
be there.
I could have brought
I was
that.
not lucky.
No, this is more likely. That ghost followed me or us back.
No, us, not me.
Yeah, you.
No, I wasn't there. I mean, I was there, but I never saw that.
I didn't see the lady dance in the picture. You did.
That was
She
the,
didn't
that was
dance.
the
She
lady from
moves.
Romania at your
See,
Yeah,
that's
but-
how,
so-
that's
so I'm
how
saying
a
this-
story gets like
these-
really
that lady in
distorted.
Then this ghost
Romania-
come from Romania
Not
and then
dance,
followed us
move,
back and
like,
ended up at my
move.
parents'
I
Right
remember the
there.
Romanian lady like yelling
but-
at us. She
Yeah.
yelled at us so much
So many
that whole
times.
week.
So much
I don't
She
remember
would
that.
just scream at us
So
and
many
scream
times.
in
I
her
think I was just high the
language.
whole time. I don't remember any
It
of that.
probably she probably manipulated that picture from behind
She
the
was.
desk. It's like we're
lied.
going to make
I
this
was.
We are
lady
going to
dance.
scare
The
her.
lighter exploding. You had a lot.
You remember that?
You told me this other night.
fuck-
I'd forgot, but I do remember
my
it.
My freaking lighter exploded. Like really explode, like,
Yeah.
and we were like,
Wait,
what? Okay.
That the ghost?
It
Okay,
probably
it's
got
enough.
too hot.
The
But,
ghost.
but the whole ghost
Yeah,
thing was
you
going
told me.
on.
You told me that, but I've been in Madrid, like really,
Yeah.
really hot, and I don't smoke anymore. I don't smoke anymore, but okay. At my place, that's Ras. I will have like in the balcony. I will have like several lighters and cigarettes and whatever, because I never smoked inside the house. Never. Like 40. Okay, I don't know Celsius. You guys do the math. I don't know. Like 42, 45.
Yeah, I'm not.
I think
Degrees,
that-
like
we
really,
looked at
really
that the other
hot,
night. I
like
think
100 something.
It's like 104
like 100
degrees or something.
like really here, and never ever had explode a lighter. It was only in that motel, but it was because of him. And now I'm
Why is it
now
because
I'm
of
learning
me?
because they follow
It was
you.
in your room, not my room.
Well, let me
But
ask you
following
this.
you-
After Hillary Reagan, the next morning, was that Magnavox sitting in the trash can outside?
Yeah, I think that
Or what
it's
happened-
related to Reagan.
What
like-
happened
like-
to the to end this thing? Did you
No, I
move?
mean,
Did you?
So just
Something.
as time moved on, like, that wasn't the hangout spot anymore. We all graduated and whatever and moved
So
on.
you never had any more problems.
And so
with
it went away.
But it started with you by yourself.
Well, I mean, it was a place of congregation.
Okay.
And the book I was reading, which was just some from the school library book about ghosts, but it said, yeah, for real.
Did you use the card catalog
Yes,
to check it out?
the card catalog, and yeah. So it said that they would congregate around a lot of drama, and then
Energy.
and it would be around teenagers because they would have a lot of drama in their life. And then you got a hub of 30 people there a night,
Definitely. Definitely.
And
playing rock and roll
electronics, too.
music and
Electronics.
They can
You remember
drain the
Poltergeist?
energy.
it was the
The
devil.
TV?
I think it was
the
the
TV,
devil.
that's what their story reminded
They're
me of.
here.
And the static on the television.
Dude, I don't know. I don't think it's all connected,
Maybe
So-
there was a graveyard underneath that house.
but it could be.
and you moved the tombstones, but
I'm
you
not
didn't
connected.
move the
You pretty
bodies.
Sean, you
I
are.
Why me?
think-
Because I got the.
Because maybe you're like the medium in between all of these worlds.
I think me and you can see it.
In your place, I mean, I went to your place so many times. I used to hang out with you all the time.
That is yours. You brought it.
I never saw.
That's one of them old
ghosts
world
or a
ghosts.
shadow
That's one of
or
those
whatever.
European ghosts you brought over here.
It's my fault.
Euro ghosts. He's like,
No.
hello, cupcake.
I'm a snake.
Well, that's wild, wild stuff.
Snake.
Why don't you read us one of them Uncle Dave tales of the week?
Yeah, we're not going to take a break tonight because, after all, it is what it is.
What is that?
Well, it's time for little old Uncle Dave Tale of the Week, brought to you by
Uncle Dave.
Dollar
has
Tree glasses, $1.25.
liars.
Well, they can't change every Dollar Tree sign in America to $1.25. They're just going up on their prices and that. Oh shit! I can't see nothing now.
They can't afford to change every sign.
Quiet on the set. Now I'm gonna read this kind of in South Georgia language.
Okay, please do.
You feel free to interpret as I go along here. From the first time I set foot on stage at the Steakhouse Lounge in Waycross, Georgia, I opened myself to performing the music of my idols and set into motion an informal education that would carry me through life. The names of the clubs themselves: the Red Room, Sonny's Lake Forest Lounge, Man o' War, Checkmate, Cockpit Lounge, Uncle Sam's, Bananas, the Foxtrot, Espresso, Sir Henry's. The names were as colorful, romantic, and decadent as the patrons, waitresses, and bands that occupied them. In late 1977, Down Home Band with Eddie Middleton set out from Waycross one Sunday evening on one of our longest road trips, taking us to Little Rock, Arkansas, Nashville, Tennessee, and Savannah, Georgia. I had sold my latest investment, a brand new Dodge van, and was riding to Arkansas with Ricky Alderman in John Smith's new white Ford Econoline, listening to Stevie Wonder's wonder of an album, Songs in the Key of Life, on the 8-track tape player. That was a brilliant album, by the way. That's how, Isn't She Lovely?
It's
And
amazing.
all them. We cruised into Arkansas as the sun was coming up and pulled into a gas station where each one of us purchased a pair of rainbow aviator sunglasses with lenses of green, yellow, and blue. They looked like oil slick. We called them bumblebee shades. Even the Pope looks cool in sunglasses. So we strolled coolly into Little Rock and found the Checkmate, with its entry steps leading underneath the downtown sidewalk. Just inside the club, the stage was immediately to the right, looming high above the dance floor, so high our heads were only a foot below the ceiling. The long bar where I first developed a taste for scotch and water sprawled down the left side of the room. Surrounded by dance floor, in the center of the room stood the all-too-familiar disco booth, a common fixture in just about every club we played in the 70s. Our lead singer, Eddie Middleton, that's number 4. Where's Eddie? He didn't get in there? I skipped Eddie. There he is. Our lead singer, Eddie Middleton, was a talented vocalist, but first and foremost, he was an entertainer. As I'd seen him do time and time again, he took that audience of Arkansas strangers in 5 minutes, had them smiling and dancing. Everywhere we would go, Eddie could always break the ice, leaving the boys in the band at ease and friendly with the natives. It didn't hurt that we could sing and play. But looking back, what most attracted us to the locals outside of Georgia were our southern draws. Thick as cane syrup from Obadiah Barber's swamp home. I remember some waitresses in Fredericksburg, Virginia, pleading with us. They say something, anything. We just want to listen to you talk. On the weekend, the Checkmate held a wet T-shirt contest for which the female patrons lined up, and were issued a white tee. John and Ricky and I were the only single guys in the band, so they handed each of us a spritz bottle full of water. Psst. The DJ put the latest Bee Gees record on the turntable. The girls began to dance, and the 3 of us started gyrating and spraying until their shirts were sufficiently wet, leaving little to the imagination. They crowned the contestants, and as always, John went home with the first place winner, and I went home with the girl who came in 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th. No, Ricky, always the moral compass of our trio, made sure we all made it home safe and sound. Whew. We wound up our week in Little Rock on Saturday night, loaded up the vans, and headed east to Nashville, Tennessee, crossing the mighty Mississippi River and rolling through Memphis early Sunday morning en route to our next destination, the Cockpit Lounge in Nashville. I've entertained at churches, professional golf tournaments, motel lounges, Elks clubs, private parties, civic functions, nursing homes, Civil War reenactments, fish fries, hoedowns, weddings, funerals, debutante balls, music festivals, and political rallies. What I have to show for it is an acute social awareness, 2 failed marriages, 6 vans, 10 guitars, half dozen amplifiers, 2 hernia operations, a little bit of carpal tunnel syndrome in my left hand, grooved calluses on the 4 fingertips of my left hand, a family of friends, and a lifetime of memories.
Yeah. Good one.
Hey. So there.
Well, thank you for listening to Something in the Water podcast.
We appreciate our lovely guests this
Thank
time,
you. Thank you.
Miss Ivy
It
and
was
Miss
really-
Vicki.
it was really,
Thank
really
y'all.
good.
Thank y'all for being part of
Thank you for
this
inviting us.
and
I felt
walking
like
down
a
memory
Kardashian
lane.
today.
Kardashian?
I am a Kardashian. I mean, somebody
Well,
recorded me and
This may break
listened
the
to me.
internet.
Well, I made
Yeah.
a game to play in the
Tonight
true elementary teacher that I am.
for the
And-
podcast.
Uh-huh.
We ain't
Oh.
gone yet,
Well,
folks.
Okay.
it's real quick,
Okay,
All right.
yeah.
but it is, we're going to have to do it. I'll say Toad the Wet Sprocket or Gin Blossoms,
Toad the Wet Sprocket.
Pearl Jam or Soundgarden.
Pearl Jam. Can I say that?
That's a tough
It
one,
was
isn't it?
them
That's
Pearl Jam,
hard,
Pearl
but
Jam,
I will
Pearl
say Pearl Jam just for
for Gus. Pearl
Yeah.
Jam.
just
That's
for
what I said.
nostalgia.
Was he right?
Blind Melon versus the Smashing Pumpkins.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I think Smashing Pumpkins too.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I like the Smashing Pumpkins more like back then, but now I like Black Miller more.
I
But
like all but the Smashing Pumpkins.
Juliana Hatfield or PJ Harvey.
PJ Harvey.
Juliana, I think. Oh, PJ.
I like
don't
both
know.
of them.
I don't know. I don't
PJ
know.
Harvey.
I don't think
Juliana,
there's any
no,
winners
PJ,
or
PJ
losers
Harvey.
in this game.
Juliana. PJ.
See, I couldn't.
PJ,
I think
PJ.
Juliana.
PJ.
The Pixies or the Lemonheads.
Pixies.
Pixies.
That was fast.
I kind of like the Lemonhead.
I do too.
No, I'm reading that. No, I'm not hearing. I'm not participating.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jane's Addiction or the Afghan Wigs.
It wasn't that.
Second
It's the
one.
one
saving that
before.
one.
I don't know. Now. I wasn't there.
Jane's Addiction. Jane's Addiction.
I like Jane's
And
Addiction.
this is the one I do not
That's
participate.
a
at
hard,
all.
I
don't
would
hear it.
have to go with Jane's Addiction, even though I was a huge.
You
Afghan
were
Wigs
a
guy.
humongous Afghan Wig.
I was, but I mean, they
Jane's
had
Addiction.
Afghan Wigs had 2 good albums, maybe 3, 2.5 good albums. Jane's Addiction, they had a whole thing about
Everything.
them. I mean, they had a whole thing about them that was different.
Yes. Well, and I tried to do it with Beck, but I couldn't find anybody. Beck is like,
Yeah. Who do you compare?
God.
who do you compare Beck to? And then finally, I think this is the last one,
It's the one.
Nirvana or Pearl Jam.
No comments.
Y'all done that one.
I
No,
can't.
she said
No,
Soundgarden.
that's right. Okay.
I can't.
Oh man, I don't know.
That's like saying Beatles or
But, Nirvana definitely made the bigger change in the game.
Yeah.
But Gus used to sing Eddie Vedder, so I would
Yeah.
say Pearl Jam.
But he loved Kurt Cobain as well.
Well, we all loved Kurt Cobain.
Uncle
But he
Dave, could you
sang,
throw some at us?
some
Some
idiosyncrasies.
Uh-huh.
Some wisdom.
Okay, so
For us to choose?
yeah, I'll think about this. Let's see. We'll get back to you. No.
To be
All
He's
right.
gonna write
How
a
about
thesis.
John Wayne or Clint Eastwood?
Clint Eastwood.
Clint.
He looks
Yeah.
like my father. Clint
Oh,
Eastwood.
really? Does your
Like a
father
Eastwood.
squint?
Squint. I don't know what a squint is.
Squint.
If he gets really mad, no, he just like break your brain, like your head. Yeah,
Just
no.
like Clint Eastwood to break your brain.
Yeah.
All right.
I got a question for you.
The Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
Stones.
Both. No.
Stones.
I
I
mean,
can't.
no.
Beatles. I mean,
I know the Beatles.
if
made
one's got to
an
win,
impact.
All I got to say about
The
that is
Stones.
look at the All You Need Is Love video, the first transatlantic broadcast. And John Lennon's up and said, all you need is love. And then the camera pans down and Mick Jagger's sitting on the
Yeah.
floor like this.
That's it.
That's my answer to it.
That's it. I'd
But the
say
Stones
that.
are great too.
Dave, of the '90s, early
Era.
'90s grunge bands, did any of that affect you at all? Or
I remember 94 being a great year because I was still, I was still 41 at that point. And I wasn't too old to cut the mustard. And I was looking for a resurgence of something in music. And MTV was still pivotal at that point. And they had, that year, they came out with Soundgarden, Black Hole Sun.
who's they?
MTV did. I saw videos on there. Hurt, 9 Inch Nails. I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal.
I see a theme with Uncle Dave here. Does anybody want to guess?
Is it animals? Okay.
He's a music
they
lover.
also had that reunion with Page and Plant special on
Yeah.
that year. There was the Eagles reunited that year, and the
Hell
Beatles
Freezes
started their those.
Free as a Bird. And
No, and it was that series.
Anthology?
Anthology came out that year, so that was a rich year for me. That was the first time I saw and heard Blind Melon with the Bee Girl and videos. There was a lot of good videos that really I was attracted to. So I was thinking, music ain't dead, you know. That was what I remember about the 90s. I never did get solidly into one band over another or anything, but I was listening
But you thought it was
to all of them.
decent enough?
Yeah.
You
Oh
weren't
hell,
like
they were pulling influences from
classic
60s, you know.
classic rock.
And and then adding that angst to it.
Well, and they did do a lot where I remember everybody comparing grunge to Neil Young.
Yeah, and Neil
And
Young
I
was the
went to see
so-called
him.
godfather of grunge.
Yeah, and I went to see him, and it really was comparable. Now I don't really, I'm not a Neil Young girl, but
I just want to ask you guys how you feel about like people, like not people, like I mean, how do you feel about Miley Cyrus? What do you think about her?
Daughter of Billy Ray Cyrus.
I think she can sing her ass off.
That's because she's one of my favorite voices right now. I mean, she does like
She's
some
got talent.
shit and
She-
some
She's kind of a trained
really
pop.
good stuff.
She's
she's
pop, but
hot
she can do
and
country.
smart
she can do,
and everything.
Well, same with Taylor
she's got
Swift,
talent.
you know,
she's got talent. I think
and
she's got more talent than Taylor.
she's got like one of the most beautiful voices I've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a really I don't know how to say it in English, like
Raspy.
throaten voice. I don't know how to say it.
Raspy voice.
Have you heard like the version of Metallica?
Yeah.
I mean, it's so crazy that she can sing that.
Miley
way.
Cyrus doing Nothing Else Matters.
I gotta listen to that.
You're gonna freak out. I mean, it's just like what?
I think it's
And
Nothing
that's
Else Matters.
Hannah Montana singing that. It's like really crazy.
Yeah, she's got some a good
I
voice.
love her. I love the I don't know the you don't say like the role she's playing in right now.
Mm-hmm.
I love her. I really like her. Not everything that she sings, but she's singing is like really good.
Mm-hmm.
What have y'all been listening to lately? I've kind of changed around and a lot. You know, I've been
I'm all over the place.
listening to some old school funk lately. That's been
Cool.
my
103.9 is nothing but black music. But it goes back to the 50s, you know.
yeah.
It covers some ground now. It's all the way up to Parliament and beyond probably, but it catches every decade, you know.
What about y'all? What have y'all been listening to lately?
Right now, folks, she's talking to the wall.
Yeah.
Justin
ghost.
Ryan over here.
We got our Justin Mercer,
Oh, I'm sorry.
engineer, and we got
Ed Justin.
Ryan Crosby.
Crying
Well,
Rosby.
and I don't know Justin or Ryan really at all. I mean, so-
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen you. Yeah, but I mean, I don't really know y'all.
Eh,
And this is how it's always been late.
Bad people.
And
bad
this
people.
is how I like get to know people. I always ask.
In the podcast.
What are you listening to? What
Ask
are
them
you,
what they like. Ask them what
yeah,
they
what
like.
you like? What you listening to? What you thumping?
Go ahead. I'm all over the road.
Well, I'll
Well,
tell
I'm
you
all over
this.
the
now.
road too, but I'm just
I'm all over the road.
Have you heard Bird Cloud?
say it again.
Bird Cloud.
No.
Is that the
Check out Bird Cloud.
It's not like some great. It's funny.
Okay.
Ryan's
check it
got
out.
a baby grand piano in his home right
I
now. So
rediscovered it's like Little Richard. Have you seen the
Oh
Little
my
Richard
God, I
documentary?
love Little
Have y'all
Richard.
seen the Little Richard documentary? The new one?
No.
no,
Badass. It's
All right.
badass. It's so badass.
What's
give me
I
something to
love
go
Little
home
Richard.
to then.
The new Little Richard documentary is badass.
Where do I find it?
I got a jailbroke fire stick.
Okay, I got
Jailbroke
so like
First.
Hulu or something like that.
It's not a acted out documentary, or is it just a
It's
film
so
clips and
badass.
video clips?
Little
and,
Richard.
It's the Beatles and the Stones at different times opening up for Little Richard.
Yeah.
He
Henry,
was
Oh, yeah.
so
Brown.
cool.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he discovered everybody. He was rock
He
and
was
roll.
cool.
Mm-hmm. He was the true
Yes.
king of rock and roll.
Yeah, he was rock and
Yeah.
roll.
Just like Hank Aaron was the true king of home runs.
And I got that piano, but I can't hit that Little Richard.
The heck with Barry Bonds and the heck with Elvis.
And they're getting down on
No,
them.
I pick it down, but I can't hit that. I can't hit that squeal.
Paul McCartney used to call it. Paul McCartney could do it really well. And he used to call it getting out of our heads. Getting above our heads.
That's good, but
That head voice is what they call it. Head voice when you sing and then you get so high that you have to go and when you get you're at the back of your throat instead of the front of it. But when you let one of them little Richard screams out, that's head voice beyond. And Paul said we used to get out of our heads to do it. John.
So you've been listening to Little Richard.
Ian knows probably the newest that really blew me away, and everything that he's got's good.
Ian No.
Ian
knows
No.
good.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
Good. Like as far as everything
Yeah.
he's got's good, it's good.
Saving that.
Paul Coffin.
Paul
Paul
Coffin.
Coffin.
Yeah.
What is all that? Like rock, folk, what?
Americana.
Alt country.
American, alt country.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, I don't know. I've been
Bird
listening to
Cloud.
Corday or Corday, I don't know.
Cordell.
Like Cordae.
Corday.
He's like Eminem, like Godfather him. Like he does pretty good hip hop music. I like him.
Cool.
Really. I mean he does like different stuff, not all the time like really
Does he rap in Spanish?
no.
In English?
Not to me. I mean, I never met him. I mean, just give it a couple of years. I've met him. He rap in Spanish.
I mean, is he rapping in English? Or?
In English all the
Okay.
time. In English, he has some songs with Eminem,
Oh, really?
and then he has some stuff like really different. It's like hip hop, not all the time rap.
Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty cool. I like him. I don't know. I think it's something like fresh.
Cool.
Where y'all grew
about
up
you,
in a
Ivy?
time.
What's that?
What have you been listening to?
I've been listening to some old school funk,
Oh,
and
yeah,
I
you
have
told us
really
funk.
been Stevie Wonder. When you said that,
Mm-hmm.
that
Oh,
really
my God,
hit.
Stevie Wonder, amazing.
Listen to that whole album. You'll get funked up.
That's all.
Everything. I mean, that I just really, really like him a lot. He's pretty. He's
Ohio
getting
players.
sexy.
yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
Earth,
Sexy at
Wind,
home.
and Fire.
I'd love to see him
Stevie
sometime.
Wonder. Stevie Wonder is alive still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Have y'all
Sorry.
seen? I mean,
I
he
love you,
looks
Stevie.
great.
Hey, it's a wonder.
I feel like a Kardashian. I'm telling you, I love you, Stevie. I feel like everybody's
King
listening
of the
to
dad
me.
jokes.
Oh, my uncle, my aunt, my cousins, Stevie Wonder.
Have y'all ever seen Stevie Wonder's house?
Yeah.
You have?
He
No.
had.
Neither has he.
I was just waiting.
Okay.
I saw him
I'm
live
so dumb.
in
I'm so
Albany,
blonde.
Georgia.
Sorry, I'm really
Did
blonde.
you?
I'm really blonde.
About 1987, I guess it was.
You see, I mean, you didn't see the house. What are you talking about?
I
Not the
saw
house of-
Stevie Wonder.
He's blind.
Oh, okay, not his house.
He's blind.
He
I
didn't
know
see
he's
me
blind.
though.
Yeah, he hadn't seen it. Stevie hasn't seen his house.
I got the joke.
Okay.
I got that part. I laughed,
Okay.
and then I, like overcame it, and it's like, I'm here back in the podcast.
Okay, well, I thought we were still explaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Just kidding.
Well, it's been a rewarding experience to have
Fun.
you on
Thank you
and Ivy
For
as
me
well.
too. Thank you.
Classmates
for
from
me
Ware
too.
County High School in 1993.
Yeah.
That have
Go
kept
Gators.
that-
Y'all were Gators.
We were.
Yeah, I
That's
went to
great.
see like a football match like every single Friday. So
Mhm.
that's okay.
That was different, wasn't it?
Before I was going to the drinking trailer, what was that?
Drunk girl.
Trailer drunk girls.
The trailer drunkers. Okay, before we did that other job we had,
Job.
I'm really getting pissed to get the cheerleader something to talk about. Yeah, No. It wasn't true.
Yeah, I don't think I went to any football games.
I did.
Did you?
I loved it.
I went.
You didn't have time for that.
I went to see
No,
Gus.
I went to football games like probably 9th and 10th grade, maybe 11th grade, but by 12th grade I was.
But y'all didn't see Gus? I mean, I would see
Well, Gus
him.
was on the team.
He was
He
on
was
the team.
on the
I was.
team.
Was he even that senior year? Senior?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I was. I went because of him.
Yeah, I didn't go though. I guess.
all the time.
Me either.
That's what my
we
thing.
just hung out after the game
That's why I was his favorite.
at the trailer.
That's it.
Y'all
was fan.
never go out to food establishments or something, hang out at food establishments? Y'all just hung out at the trailer?
Well, I mean, there was a group of kids in school that did hang out at the food establishments, but
I remember Hardee's would stay open all night when it was on Memorial Drive.
Yeah.
And or at least late, because we were out there outside of town and decide at 3 a.m. we're going to go get some mushroom Swiss burgers or something.
Was the pizza place still right next to it? Did y'all have a pizza place right there?
Papa's Pizza, yes.
Yeah, that was still there.
Yes.
WACL radio station in
Yes.
between them, still there.
I think
I don't
so.
know how long that lasted. I can't tell you when it was
What
tore
was
down.
Papa's Pasquale's before that?
Squallies, yeah.
I think my mom.
So my generation, y'all's generation, kind of blended over just a little bit. A lot of my stuff was going out when y'all was coming on, but you still got the last of it. See?
A lot of my stuff that was going out was coming on. But you got the last.
Well, that's
of it.
one way to say it. Another way to say it is, well, hip hop boogie woogie ching chang long. How does that go? Paul Coffin. Jimmy Jangy, Ringo, Jimmy Jangy Ring.
I can't even think when you do that.
We'll go out with an old Disney
dog,
song
diggy,
from
diggy,
Fess
dangle.
Parker, Ringo Rangle. Put that on, Jimmy John. All right. Well, we thank y'all for being here
Thank
once
you.
again.
Thank you a lot.
It's been fun.
Yes.
I got
it has
drunk.
been fun.
Fun. Okay.
Well, it's been fun. And along with Sean Clark, we're going to sign off now and reminding y'all to
I ain't
like
signing
our
up.
episodes, subscribe to them, because every time you hit that button down there, it makes us more international. And over there on patreon.com, we have The Deep End, Something in the Water, and it's only $5 a month, and it's very entertaining. You'll have to see it to believe it. And at $5 a month, heck, what can you lose? I mean, if you don't like it, you can just quit. If you do like it, you can continue. We're not going up on the price. And also, we're giving away some swag over there, like a T-shirt and hats and CDs and
Yeah,
stuff.
all you got to do is subscribe.
All you gotta
and
do
you'll
is-
get a free T-shirt.
Come along, little doggy. Get on there.
Where do I go to subscribe?
Patreon.
Patreon.com, Something in the Water, The Deep End. All right, everybody, ready? 1, 2,
What is it?
3.
Okay. Sorry, I was late.
See you next time.
Kiss my ass.
When the cold black water finds its way across through your veins, it just might seal your fate. It just might seal your fate. It just might seal your fate.